So we have a boomer compilation from a bunch of clips I got off of TikTok. Just basically sums up that the boomers just want to watch the world burn. I don't stop the video here. I only talk in between the segments. Figure try it that way, see how it came out. That being said, sit back and enjoy, everyone.
Someone tell me why the fuck boomers have to ruin everything. My husband and I are in the market to buy a new house, and every house that I look at that's in our price range was purchased in 1971 for $35,000, and they want $500,000 for this busted ass house that hasn't been fixed since it was purchased, hasn't been updated, hasn't been renovated. Why are you so fucking greedy? You have Social Security, you have Medicare, you have a pension. You don't have student loans. You want $500,000 of mine at these asinine interest rates for your fucking time capsule? My uncle is our real estate agent and has us set up like on an email list. And guess what? My favorite part about this fascist boomer fucking regime is all of the emails I get. Price drop, price drop, price drop, price drop. Still not low enough. Still not low enough. You don't owe a dime on that house. You're set for life. I'm going to have student loan payments until I'm 87 years old with no Social Security. But at least I have a 1976 time capsule that you purchased for $32,000. Go fuck yourself.
They like to make their kids feel guilty. They like to go, you could never afford it. They like to tell you how cheap the house was when they bought it. And then this is every Thanksgiving or Christmas, somebody will go, pick this up for $200,000. Now it's worth 1.8. Yeah. And then it's their millennial kids are sitting there saddled with student loan debt. And the boomers are, it's their last fuck you before they leave the planet.
Yeah.
They're a spiteful generation of monsters. I respect it. But their last fuck you before they leave the planet is instead of selling their houses for, I don't know, a $900,000 profit, they just won't put them on the market. Some boomers, which is hilarious, that we read the articles on my show, they're actually retiring to bigger houses. They're sizing up. It's sick. It's like insane. And so that becomes an issue too of like, you know, it used to be like you would have a house, the kids would move, you'd stay in it probably for another 10 or 20 years, and then you'd get a condo. And you'd go, I'm out. Yeah. Fuck do I want to mow lawn for? Yeah. Now the boomers are going, this is the only thing we have that makes us truly valuable in society is that we own this like a McMansion. And we're not giving this up. We are tax-paying citizens, and we are not giving this up. And our kids are going to come here every year, and they're going to suffer through the size of our house with 9 empty bedrooms while they live in a 2-bedroom apartment, and we're gonna chastise them for their decisions and their choices.
And the McMansion defines you, and your car that you drive up to the
That's
McMansion
right.
in, all that defines you. Where are you vacationing?
That's right.
Where are you going?
That's right. And they're gonna go, because they all bought those houses for very little money, and they are going to hold them over everybody's houses until they are found dead in them. They will not leave those houses until they're taken out in an ambulance. The most important thing for the boomer is to be right. And that's their main thing. They're not a soulful group. They've been around forever, but they've attained very little wisdom. It's actually kind of impressive. They're the most American generation of people that have ever lived. They're deeply selfish, self-aggrandizing, paranoid, delusional. But one of the things that makes them right is what they have. They go, well, how can I be wrong? Look at this fucking house. Look where we're sitting. I've got 13-foot ceilings. Don't tell me you know about Gaza. You don't.
I have to pee so bad I can't hold.
Every single boomer, Gen X, whatever, that's been on my show, they lived it up and spent all their money to live the lifestyle they wanted, and they didn't even set 10% aside a month. 10% aside. They had the best housing market, college, jobs. They were set up for everything. If they just put 5 to 10% a month aside in the stock market that they had, they would be they would be multimillionaires. Most of them would be multimillionaires. But instead, we're in a situation where
I want a new BMW.
Yeah, they can't pay their student loans, Social Security, 2033. That's when the funds dry. That's projected 2033.
Well, we have to pay for transgender migrants. It's really important. Some of them have back pain.
They bought these properties for nothing, and they want 5, 6, sometimes 10 times the prices that they paid for them. They hoard their wealth and spend it on themselves. And most of them don't even have a plan for the future. That's for you. That's for you to fix.
What are we doing with our boomer parents who refuse to do anything to help themselves? What are we doing with them? Like, medically speaking, something is not right. Multiple doctors have told you, don't drive a car. Other doctors have told you, this is probably what's happened, but we don't have a definitive diagnosis yet. What do we do? Oh, it's not a big deal. He just, went down the road. He could fucking kill someone with this giant ass truck that he doesn't need. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Because, it's exhausting. Everything is an emergency. Oh, he fell and he overdosed on this medication and we didn't see a doctor for over a week, and then he fell and he was confused, and then he was in the hospital and what am I supposed to do? I can't take him home because he's so confused and he's got, something isn't right. I don't know what you're supposed to do, because years and years of, hey, you should probably get this looked at, or hey, something isn't right, or whatever. And so when one doctor tells you, no, I don't know what this is, and the other 3 were like, something isn't right and don't have a definitive diagnosis, but you should definitely not be driving the fucking car. So we're just going to give him the keys back. We're just going to wait until something becomes an emergency. Again, somebody's going to fall, somebody's going to get really confused, all of that stuff, and we're not going to use the resources that we have to help ourselves. It's fine. This is fucking exhausting. Like, what else are we supposed to fucking do? Just let it happen, I guess? I don't know. But, I'm so over everything being an emergency. And then when you ask us for help, here we are, trying to get everything in order, make sure you're going to doctor's appointments, we need a medication, blah, 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 blah. No, I don't want to. Oh, okay. Well, then why was this a huge thing? Why did I spend my entire summer trying to get your shit together? What the fuck? I'm exhausted. I don't even know. I don't even know what to do. And honestly, I don't care anymore. I don't care. I just don't care. Maybe that's what it is. I just don't care. Fall down, break your fucking hip, and then we'll figure out what to do with you, because at that point, you're not going to be able to live alone. Shouldn't be living by yourself as it is. But here we are.
The boomer refuses to give up control, and in this case, we got an indentured servant. Obviously, the boomer's having medical problems, refuses to listen, continues to drive a large pickup truck around. And whose problem is it going to be? It's going to be the daughter's. Why? Because the boomer's going to do what the boomer wants to do. Hey everyone, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a hype or a super tip. And if you want to support the channel, set up a story or a chat, you know what to do with the links in the description box. Thanks again for watching.
Fine. I just won't say anything then. I'll just be quiet. I just won't say anything ever. Oh my God, it's not like I abused you. Well, I must be the worst mom in the world. Sorry, I'm not like Jessica's mom. Oh, you don't know how good you have it. I just can't do anything right. I just can't do anything right. You know my heart. You know my intentions. You know my heart. Why are you always so mean to me? I birthed you, and this is how you treat me? Well, that's not how I remember it, but okay. The truth will prevail. The truth will prevail. Well, there's 3 sides to every story.
Work hard enough and you save your money and do it right, you could be like me, retired. Okay. I don't have to get up in the morning. I don't have to do nothing. Okay?
Boomers shitting on Gen Z when they're the ones who created them.
And it all happened because of neglect. Boomers, for all the good that they did, like protesting Vietnam, starting women's rights, doing all of these things that at the time were so far-fetched, for all the good things that boomers did, when it came to their children, they were selfish and they ignored them, and they just completely forgot about parenting. They were the first generation to think of me instead of we. They are the people that started breaking down the family dynamic, breaking it apart. Boomers were like, you know what, I can get out there, I can do it, and not only can I do it, I need to do everything. You got women saying, I don't need men, and divorcing them. You got men saying, you don't need me, I'm not going to marry you, I got you pregnant. You had this huge break of what is called the nuclear family, and the children got dropped in the hole of hell. Those children are Gen X. Gen X thought that they had such freedom, because that's how you cope. You say that I had freedom. My parents just let me do whatever, and I took care of myself. And you're right, because they thought that they were out in the real world at a young age, but they weren't out in a real world. They were out on a block of their neighborhood until the lights came on, and then they came home, and their parents called it parenting. Then you have Gen X that raised a lot of millennials, which is me, although I wasn't raised by Gen X, and a lot of them, and they were the real latchkey kids, because Gen X had a huge economic uptick. They were big in the workforce. They got out there and they just hit it good. They hit it good financially, a lot of them. And millennials got hit bad. Although I'm not a victim mentality person, they got hit bad. They were a lot of latchkey kids. But millennials, because of social media, were able to communicate with others nation and worldwide. And they started understanding that somewhere this isn't correct. This isn't correct. So millennials went, as you do, the entire opposite direction, because when you're trying to course correct, instead of making small intermittent changes, a lot of times people just go to the exact opposite of what they know, because they assume if X is wrong, then Y must be right, which isn't true, but that's what a lot of them did. And that's when you got a lot of gentle parenting that was not gentle parenting, but was in fact permissive parenting. And now, having done that a while, we're starting to have the conversation of, it's not going to work either. And it's the same reason why in politics you've got extremists on both ends calling themselves still Republicans and Democrats, right? They went to the extreme ends. And that's not going to work either. It's not going to work. You have to find middle ground. But that is why these children are so lost, and like why the millennials never found themselves. So they tried so hard to course correct from all these mistakes of really that just stemmed from being selfish. It's why the nuclear family is so very important, but no one's ready to talk about that.
That's just a good breakdown of the generations. Not really a lot to say on that one, but she clearly gets the dynamic, and boy, does she get Gen X.
Boomers are the most selfish, fucked generation ever. I hear all these stories with boomers that are wealthy. They've accumulated some wealth over their years, and now they're going to die, and their kids are, asking them, hey, what are you going to do with all your stuff when you die? And the parents are saying, we're going to spend every last dime. We're not giving you shit. Like, that's pretty shitty. Now, it's not their money to be saying anything about, but it just goes to show you that boomers don't think about anything. They only think about themselves. The most selfish generation that even fucking exists. And that's for fucking real. And it's crazy because the boomers will say, we're not going to leave you any money, but we're going to leave you a busted ass house that now you got to take care of and you got to handle with a whole bunch of shit and trash that we hoarded over the years. And now you got to deal with it.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a hype or a super thanks. If you enjoy the channel, please consider giving a donation. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism.